Have you ever been close to a woman, physically close, but still felt like nothing was really happening? Like you're touching her, but she's not opening. That moment right there, that's where most men lose her without realizing it. Here's the truth no one explains clearly. For a mature woman, attraction doesn't start where most men touch. It starts before that. It starts emotionally. And by the end of this video, you'll understand what women need touched first, why rushing kills desire, and how a simple shift in how you show up can change the way she responds to you. Without pressure, without force, and without saying anything risky. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn is subtle, but it changes everything. Before we go any further, let's be clear. This video is definitely not about crossing boundaries. It's about connection. Two people, same space, mutual awareness, and learning how to make her feel safe enough to lean in emotionally first. Most men touch with their hands. Mature women respond to presence, and that's the difference. The big mistake most men make. Most men believe attraction begins with stimulation. Touch this, do that, move faster. But mature women don't respond to speed. They respond to intention. If she doesn't feel emotionally held, her body stays guarded, even if she's physically close. That's why some men say, "I don't understand. She was right there, but nothing happened." What happened was simple. You touched her body before touching what actually matters. But once you understand that, everything shifts. What mature women actually want to feel first. Here it is. The first thing every mature woman wants touched is her nervous system. Not her skin, not her body, her sense of safety, her sense of being seen, her sense of, "I can relax here." And the moment that happens, her body follows naturally. But how do you do that? Let's break it down, step by step. Zone 1, her hands, the emotional entry point. Most men underestimate hands. They rush past them like they're irrelevant. Big mistake. Hands are emotional translators. When you take her hand slowly, not squeezing, not limp, you're sending a signal. I'm here. I'm calm. You don't have to rush. Mature women notice this immediately. A gentle thumb movement, warm pressure, no agenda. But here's where men mess up. They do it absent-mindedly. Don't. Be present. Because when you touch her hands with awareness, you touch her trust. And the next zone builds directly on this. Zone 2, the nape of the neck, where tension lives. Right where her hairline meets her neck. This is not a sexual zone. It's a soothing zone. When touched slowly, without expectation, her body begins to soften. Not because you're trying to turn her on, but because you're allowing her to let go. One man once told me, "I touched her neck gently and she just exhaled." Exactly. That exhale, that's her nervous system saying, "I feel safe here." And safety is what opens the door to desire. But the next zone is where presence becomes leadership. Zone 3, the lower back, stability without control. Between the waist and hips, this touch says something very specific. I'm here, but I'm not trapping you. Mature women respond deeply to this, especially in everyday moments. Standing in the kitchen, looking out a window, quiet mornings. No words, no pressure, just calm contact. But don't miss this. The way you touch here matters more than where. Which brings us to the next point. Zone 4, between the shoulder blades, the unseen place. This is a place she can't see herself. Psychologically, it represents support. When your hand rests there gently, her body reads it as protection, not dominance. And here's something interesting. Many women say this touch doesn't make them feel desired. It makes them feel chosen. And for mature women, that comes first. But the next zone is where intimacy quietly deepens. Quick pause. If this is already changing how you see attraction, like the video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and keeps this kind of content coming. Now, let's continue. Zone number 5. Behind the ear, when trust already exists. This zone only works when trust is present. That's why rushing here backfires. Light, warm, slow, no pressure. Women often describe this touch as comforting or grounding, not exciting. But here's the thing.
Comfort is what allows excitement to appear later. But the next zone is where most men ruin everything. Zone number 6, the transition zone, near the knees. This zone is tricky because it's not about passion, it's about proximity without pressure. Your hand near the knees says, "I'm close, I'm here, but I respect your space." It's subtle, but it's powerful. Notice how it feels when someone enters your personal space too quickly. There's tension, unease. That's exactly what you don't want. Here, you slow down, you pause, you let her adjust. Think of it like a dance, not a sprint. Your patience shows emotional intelligence. It says, "I'm aware, I'm careful, I see you." And psychologically, that builds trust faster than words ever could. Some men make the mistake of treating this like a shortcut to intimacy. They lean in too fast, expecting excitement, but all that does is trigger resistance. Instead, imagine this. You're sitting side by side, your hand resting just near her knee, light touch, relaxed. She glances at you, notices the closeness, but she doesn't feel cornered. And that's when the magic starts. Because trust is like a seed. It needs space, patience, and care. And this zone is the perfect moment to plant it. Once trust blooms here, everything else that follows feels natural, almost effortless. Zone number 7, the lower abdomen, only when everything else is right. This zone isn't a beginning, it's a culmination. When a woman allows this touch, she's not just offering her body, she's offering vulnerability. That's why timing, context, and sincerity matter more than technique. No rushing, no expectation, no testing or proving, just presence. And presence means your energy, your calmness, your patience. Here's what often goes wrong. Men think a touch here is about dominance, but dominance triggers the opposite of attraction: tension, hesitation, even withdrawal. The correct approach is quiet, gentle, respectful, observant. Watch her response closely. It's never dramatic. She doesn't gasp or pull away unless something's wrong. Instead, she relaxes. She leans in subtly. She stays, choosing to remain close. That's the signal. That's the confirmation that connection has been earned. And when this happens, everything you've built, trust, comfort, choice, comes together. This isn't manipulation. It's not a trick. It's understanding human psychology. When approached with patience, respect, and genuine presence, attraction becomes effortless, and the intimacy feels real, safe, and magnetic. Why these zones actually work? Because women process touch emotionally first, neurologically, psychologically. These areas release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, not arousal. Connection, and connection is what makes intimacy feel natural, not forced.